My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Hold it. Okay, cool, never mind. We didn't get it. It's all good. We can focus on the other stuff in the game. Ooh, there's a 3 elite, 1... sorry, 3 rest, 1 elite. Oh, nope. 2 elite. Still pretty appealing. 2 only question marks on that same line. Let's take a colors card. And Flash of Steel's pretty good in the character that cares about 0 costs. Hell, it's pretty good in any character. It's just got an extra little push here. Gotta love how easy that fight is for this character. I'll take a Glacier, as we will need to be tanking up against the Waterfall Giant. Clarity Extract here. Way too early for me to take the Spoils of War on a 2 elite line. Spoils of Battle, rather. Pretty thrilled about my potion set, though. Wow, Flex Pod as well. Loop Storm, Focus Strike. I like the idea of Focus Strike, but I should take Storm. It's like an extra orb. After an upgrade, it's like 2 extra orbs. Do you think this is... Actually, I think the Flex Pod is probably more impactful for the short fights that we're going to have to contend most with for the short term. Capacitor. Because we've already got the Glacier, helps us set up a bunch of additional defense. Not a great first turn there, but as long as we draw Glacier next turn, we should be okay. And indeed we do, and indeed we are. Oh, actually, I could have defended for the full 15 that turn by pushing 1 forward and then using the Frost. Yeah, should have. God damn. I'll do it. Second Capacitor. Let's go crazy. I don't think... Blessing the Forge is probably better than Flexbot for the instantaneous impact. Zap's going to need an upgrade. I'm going to always want to play that with these 2 capacitors in deck. God, if only I could afford that Shatter. Fasten seems pretty appealing here. Up our defense factor while we're focused on other things. I also don't dislike Feral, but it only bounces Flash of Steel at the moment. I also really like the idea... Actually, no. I really like the idea of cut a strike and just add a leap. 10 more defensive that way. Use Blessing the Forge, Loop, Glacier, and Dual Cast for damage, and then that sets up 4 additional block at the top of the next turn from the Frost Orb. And now the goal is to fill out all of the orb slots, and then eventually just cruise through the fight because of it. Alright, it's going pretty well. Oh! Good point of the cycle for you to be in, Glacier. Alright, we'll plan to pop the enemy next turn. So we'll get a loop at the front of the line. Beautiful. Or rather, a lightning at the front of the line to be looped for additional damage. I wouldn't be surprised if we just naturally defended through or killed this next turn. I'll do it. Kill roll. Gain energy and draw 2 cards. Reptile Trinket gives us 3 strength. the turn that we use a potion. I'll happily take a copy of Cool-Headed in this deck, especially with the opportunity to upgrade it soon. Vexing Puzzle Box gives us an opening hand up. Just gives us an additional free card to play in the opening hand. Orb density matters so much to me, I'm not looking outside of my own deck here. Barrage is a lot of damage, actually, in this deck. It will be a lot of damage. I'll take this early rest, although I do intend to just pop through this next elite fight by just popping 2 potions really quickly. Capacitor, Voltaic for 1. I'm not going to cycle it and then play it for 3. Oh, he just got him in the end. I was like, how did we miss every single one? Alright, I think we've actually got the pace to be able to take you out before you deal damage to us. Oh, and yes, indeed, we do. Hell yeah. Okay, that's really good. Of course, we are on the second half of this map. Like, we should. Sometimes you come to this fight and you don't. Synchronize with the size of our orbs. Really good for us. Oh, this one's going to be fun. I'll use both potions this turn. We'll just blow one of you up with the Helix Drill. Okay, so let's destroy that Phantasmal Gardener. And then that Helix Drill is going to be enough damage to kill the backline. Beautiful. Before it buffs next turn. Midline, you buff. No, it's frontline buffs this turn. Right. Still learning the order of this fight. Embarrassingly. I feel like I probably should have that nailed by now. It's all good. Yeah, synchronize, then dual cast, zap. That'll do it. We got through the fight without taking any additional damage, but this just means that I can rest on the other side. Sorry, upgrade on the other side of this. Synchronize not leaving the deck is really important, I think. I don't think any of these are more impactful than not having them in the first place. In this deck. I don't play Gunk Up. It doesn't give me enough damage to justify playing it in the first place. Rough first hand. Oof. Much would have preferred that as my first hand, thank you. Synchronize, put it in the next cycle. It's good defense, but I'm going to need to actually get some of these lightning orbs to stick for me to have any consistent damage on this battlefield. Barrage is nice, 35 damage every time I play it. I'll even move a lightning orb to the front of the line so that I'm more likely to be able to defend well here. Oh, sorry, offend well here. This target needs to be going down real soon, please. It's starting to get to the point where it's asking for unreasonable levels of block. Synchronized barrage. 53. Synchronized, cool-headed, dual cast might actually be the best defense. We actually defend for 59 over the top of it. Perfect. Defrag. It's defrag 9 times out of 10 here. 9 times? 10 times out of 10. Every dentist recommends defrag in that position. You are kidding me. Cracked core to infused? Oh, that's a lot of additional damage for a deck like this. So that is, the infused core now gives us 3 lightning instead of 1 lightning at the start of combat, and all lightning deals 1 additional damage. And you have 3 of them to start with. It does a lot more damage than you think. You might be looking at those numbers and going, oh, it seems reasonable, I guess. No, it's busted. I'm not, busted is not terminology I really want to be using here. It's good. It is good. Oh, look at this barrage. It's already ready to kill. You know, I'm going to throw the Radiant, then kill the back liner. Save some HP this turn. Prevent all incoming. Actually, make sure I use that potion. Compile driver, bulk up. Bulk up would actually be pretty good. I got a lot of orb slots. That said, I think more than that, I would love to have a compile driver for the draw, please. Interesting. Because I don't think another cool-headed is that important. Hotfix is pretty good, though. Hotfix, cool-headed. I want other orb types, though. Let's go Chosen Cheese, actually. Let's get some more max HP. God, I love Chaos after it's upgraded. Before it's upgraded, it's just such doo-doo. I could afford Hologram if I wanted it. And I wanted it. Beautiful. Oh my god! Yes, I will cast Meteor Strike for free on turn 1, and I think that'll be good for us. Thank you. Let's hologram back that Meteor Strike so I can cast it again on turn 1. I think that's going to be good for us. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes Vexing Puzzle Box just wins you the fight. Very much the reason to take it. Overclock is free draw in the first cycle, which I think is probably still worth... Hailstorm? Hailstorm's pretty consistent AoE damage for a deck that doesn't otherwise have it. Capacitor, Synchronizing, Cool-Headed. I don't have to worry about you loosening my strength and dex if I don't use those. Okay. Defrag, hologram back, synchronize, and pop it again. Perfect. Cool-headed light. I'm fully open to taking just a lightning rod in this deck. Just a slow way to generate some additional lightning orbs. Defrag desperately needs that second focus. Remove 2 strikes to get the upgraded strike here. I think so. 20 damage ultimate strike, especially if I upgrade it. Yeah, I'd play that. Anchor giving us block on turn 1, the most important turn in the game because it happens every fight. I do think it's damage up I'm looking for here, especially if I want to push through this next elite. Defrag, Zap, Lightning Rod, and... God damn. I want a Glacier, but I think I'm supposed to loop Hologram. No, I need some defense out on the field. Don't get it twisted, Raps. Alright, we're comfy. Hailstorm, drop the Glacier, and enemy dead this turn. Beautiful. Hotfix upgraded. I'll snap that, thank you kindly. I mean, the best outcome by far here is just Ultimate Strike, Hollow, Ultimate Strike. I mean, Hotfix Glacier, cool-headed. You still have to do it. I was going to take 18 that turn. I ended up taking 21, as well as dealing a decent amount of damage and setting up consistent block. I still think you have to do it. Beautiful that we didn't have to use the potion there. Lucky Tonic. Gain 1 buffer, as well as the bowler hat. Chaos unupgraded. Not going to take it. Ooh, hell yeah. Let's Rainbow, which then sets up for Synchronize being really good. I'll Compile Driver to see if there's something I want to play more than Loop, and indeed there is. There's straight up defrag for Focus. Capacitor Glacier, covers. A defensive requirement. Ooh, there's our AoE from Hailstorm. Thank you kindly. So I got 16 defense. Incoming is more than that in damage. I will throw this fire potion on the hatchling. Oh my god, that's a lot of AoE to deal with. I think I can support another cool-headed, absolutely. I really don't want to fight Desi, so I'm going to take the left path here. Oh, Vigorous. Vigorous on Barrage. Sometimes that'll just explode someone. 13 damage reach channeled orb, yes please. Preemptively rest here. I probably end up using Lucky Tonic on the second turn if we're reasonably undefended. Second attack turn, so that's third turn of this. Whoa! Fight! Hello! Meteor Strike again! That's a really good card when it's free. It's also a really good card all other times. Good lord. I mean, like, I hollow it back and play it again, right? And then it gives me a bunch of energy to be able to play out everything else I want. As well as set us up with additional energy. This turn, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this isn't representative of how this deck actually functions, to be very clear. This is what happens when this deck gets, like, the most busted available opening. And also draw order, damn. This fight literally couldn't have been kinder to me. If I didn't know any better, I would say the Insatiable is kind of throwing here somehow. I don't know how you're accomplishing it, but you are clearly influencing this. Yep, that'll do it. Spinner. Nice AoE consistency. I also like machine learning, but I don't feel like our energy really supports that additional draw. Just gives us more optionality per hand. whereas Spinner does give us consistency of additional damage and also specifically AoE, which is pretty important. But the larger our orb slots, the more likely it is that those, like, aren't that good. So what it is a orb that evokes an orb on board. So I have to be comfortable in cycling. And yeah, I am. I'll take Spinner. Ooh, I was wondering if I would get the beautiful bracelet, because, yeah, I'll happily slap that on 0 costs here. So, like, Zap draws 3 the first time I play it, Hotfix draws 3 the first time I play it. It's just going to make it so much smoother to get through this deck and access the cards that we need at the right time. Other choice would be Signet Ring for Bowler Hat interaction, just get 25% more gold. I don't think that's worth it. It's far from. Flash of Steel is a tough one to add it to, because it's already intending to draw a card, but it's fine. In the first cycle, it'll be okay. I just see that that could easily give us, like, an overdraw. Ooh, start with the free skim. 3 additional cards. Sorry, not 3 additional cards in the opening hand. Pretty much every additional card in the opening hand. All right, hang on. See, I told you the Flash of Steel was going to overdraw, didn't I? Didn't I say that just seconds ago? Didn't I? Oh my god, please tell me I said that just seconds ago. I swear I meant to said that seconds ago. I don't think it's worth playing the Flash of Steel here and drawing a bunch of cards I won't be able to utilize. That'll do it. Full defense system, as well as some additional orb generation that matters. No, I do not think another capacitor is what this deck is missing. Hell yeah. I'm gonna save the 2 Mac. No. But they do multi-attacks typically. Test subject has big attacks in its final phase, but I'm gonna keep the tonic for then. No, okay, I'm gonna pop the tonic here in order to save 2 max HP by not taking a direct hit to the scroll of biting the backline. Turbo, Gunk Up, Momentum Strike. I do think Turbo actually matters, and I think I snap it there, because in the first cycle, I got just so much draw. I say while proving the point. That Turbo might even be desperate for an upgrade. Dual Cast definitely needs an upgrade. Anything that can become 0 cost, because it's just playable now. Get all of my powers out, please. Also, just worth having a Glass Orb, literally just to have another orb type for both Synchronize and the other card that cares about it to see. Compile Driver. Remembered it. If you give me, like, 14 seconds, I can remember almost anything surface level about a game I play with every single day. That's my promise to you. Damn, I do think the pile driver is so much draw right now, it's worth. Not additional draw. That's not what I need. Damn, there's not really that much else to find in here, though. Give me the additional draw on the fragment. Art of War. I don't play many. No, I play a fair few attacks. Reptile Trinket for Symbiotic Virus. That's a Dark Orb generated at the start of the fight, which is already good for all of our stuff. In fact, it literally evokes a Lightning Orb immediately. We end up turn with no cards in hand. That doesn't feel like a thing that happens to us. Okay, I'm going to remove the attack potion. I'm going to take Shackling Potion, and I'm also going to take a copy of Boot Sequence. I also think another turbo, because I'm not going to upgrade the first turbo. And, like, this cycle through our... Oh, my God. We're going to heal between the boss fights? This cycle between our... I'll upgrade one of the turbos. The cycle between our first deck is going to be... I can't talk right now. I'm jammed up all... I got jam in the brain. I got nothing but jam up there. I think this is good. Synchronize right before a huge glacier. Just a ridiculous glacier. Uh-huh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Literally never stop drawing cards. That's what the turbos are for. Alright. That. Alright. Down to just the one of you. Oh, pre-upgraded fusion. Thank you. Covering additional orb types. I think we've got all of the... No, we haven't got all of the orb types in the deck. We've just got one of them hanging around outside. One of the capacitors would love an upgrade. Loot would love an upgrade. Let's focus on capacitor, I think. Ooh. This deck does become real nasty if duped. Like, it gets real disgusting. Upgraded rare skill Shackling Potion. You can go for that, and I'll have a modded or a Signal Boost. I think Signal Boost will probably have the bigger impact, especially pre-upgraded there. Okay. We definitely want the turbos upgraded now that we're going to be sliding through a 62-card deck. It doubled the Swift cards in the deck as well from Beautiful Bracelet, which is really important. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. Because usually the downside of having a larger deck is less consistency, but the fact that we have so much draw and energy in the deck should make it really consistent regardless. Oh, there's the bad luck. Unfortunate. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, we've got the 25 health between boss fights. Should be super relevant to that. Hot fix for the draw. Defrag for the draw. Flash of Steel there, as well as a hologram to bring back a turbo. Hologram back that turbo. Turbo. Let's drop. Ooh, capacitor. Cool-headed. And synchronize for the 8 additional focus. Okay, 9 damage taken that turn, but the additional setup is huge. Okay, Compile Driver draws 5 cards right now. I feel like I have to play Synchronize. For the sake of defense. Otherwise, I'm really not defending that turn. Okay. Defragment. Zap for the draw. That's the last capacitor that'll be relevant to us. We'll hit a turbo. And Compile Driver to draw 4. Another cool-headed. Beautiful. Is the other glacier... Yeah, both glaciers are at the bottom of the deck. That's why everything was so goddamn hard, by the way. Because as soon as we get a couple of Frost Orbs out, everything is peachy. Now, the name of the game is don't draw back into bad luck. Okay, Compact makes Void. And then let's drop a double loop. That's going to be great, because then the double loop is going to protect us at the top of the next turn from the Frost Orb. Oh, never mind. We pushed that Frost Orb. That's 90 damage stored in that barrage, though. And we have to focus on defense instead. It's okay, there's another 90 damage barrage in the deck waiting. And there it is, GG. Alright. Thank heck we didn't get the additional bad luck. Oh my god! Well, there's the additional bad luck. Hey, we can have an additional orb evoking every turn. That's going to be pretty good for us, actually. Oh, screw you. Give me both of my turbos immediately after that. That's actually really bad. Now, all of this draw pile has 2 turbos in order to pay for itself. Oh, good Glacier. Good Glacier. Good to see. It'll still be worth playing that turbo in order to get all of these out. God, I wish it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fusion, synchronize, hotfix. Yeah, we're going to be killing them just with the lightning orbs here, so we're all good. I can drop my spinner orb. Yeah, I'm going to drop Glacier there. Then I'm going to hologram back Turbo. Play that Turbo and hologram back another Glacier because shoring up that right now, and there's no reason to play that Flash yet. Shoring up that right now, I think, is the main thing between me and winning. Synchronize is huge as well at the moment. Compile Driver has huge draw right now. frag. And hotfix. Signal boost preemptively waiting for the card that I play it with later. Which is going to be loop, I guess. All right. $33, but I can't defend. Thankfully we can. Fusion Compile Driver draws a bunch of cards. Hey, and that actually gets us down to being able to play Turbo and then a bunch more cards. Now I need defense. We don't need to be defended this turn. We just need to set up defense for a later turn. Not how I would have done it, though. Good lord. Okay. Best outcome now is kill him next turn, because we just went past both of our barrages. Oh, never mind. There's another one. Good lord. Hey, that was an absolute riot. 62 card deck, and it played as smooth as as smooth as butter. Mwah. Cycle through it the second time, instantly kill everyone. We even had the support of Pantograph, knowing that we had this to heal us between our boss fights, so I didn't have to worry so much about the HP that we would have lost to bad luck. The smoothest 62 card deck I ever did play. The moment, though. My name? My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.